radio, he looked to his right and he saw the North Tower burn. Turned the rig around, went to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Everything was shut down and clogged up. So he parked the rig, threw the key in the seat, put 75 pounds of gear on himself, ran 3.5 miles through the tunnel, and then went to work. He never found nothing else, Stephen. He totally went up the South Tower like he went straight to heaven. We never found a button, a belt buckle, nothing. So in his memory, because of the soul that Stephen was, this all exists to help people. So I want to thank you guys for coming out to help us help them. Because I'm one of the lucky ones. I was off that day also. That picture that's floating around, it's me on my Harley responding to the towers that morning. I pulled the bike right into the lobby of the Millennium Hotel because it was getting really bad down there. The South Tower had already fallen. And there was nobody around to tell me I couldn't pull the bike into the hotel, so I pulled right up to the front desk. I wanted to protect my motorcycle. As I was exiting the building, I turned to look at my bike one more time, and I saw this black guy in blue khakis running from south to north through the lobby. And he slowed down to look at the bike. And when he slowed down to look at the bike, he saw me on the sidewalk looking at my bike. And he did one of these, folks. And I actually read his lips go, "Bam." He did that, bam. But he stopped himself and he ran over to the front window and he ripped down a 20-foot curtain. He ran over and covered my motorcycle. Then he ran north through the lobby and ran for his life. I may be crazy, I'm not stupid, I don't like to think I am. I wasn't trying to get into the North Tower. I just saw the South Tower fall. I was trying to get to the South Tower and well, we'll do whatever I could. I only got about a half a block when I heard the first boom. Earth started to shake, and then there was another boom, and then another one. And it picked up so much speed, guys, it was like 100 freight trains on my butt. I didn't even turn to look. I just started running. I only got about a half a block. It took 11 seconds for that tower to come down on top. After 2 to 3 seconds, it was the first time in my career that I ever got to that place you hear people talk about. Slow motion, everything was calm. I kind of gave it up for dead. I thought it was the old for me. But that just pissed me off. I'm a stubborn Irishman. I lay there for only 2 to 3 seconds when I started lumping myself up and doing what I do for a living. I thought, how selfish you to do this for a living. Your wife has no husband, your kids have no dad. That pissed me off a little more. I tried to get up and run. I never got to my feet again, guys. Third or fourth attempt, I stayed on my hands and knees and I crawled for my life. I got far enough away that when the 110th floor hit the pavement, that flash you see on TV actually propelled me, blew me up the steps to the steps I was trying to climb to get out of harm's way. It's about a 15-foot rise of steps to go into the store, but it had an overhang. It's a big building, 60-story, 70-story building. So I couldn't see anything at all. I couldn't even feel the steps, but I was starting to climb over the debris. That's when that blast bounced me off the front of the building. When I regained, I didn't lose consciousness or anything, but I did lose my bearings a little bit, and I picked myself up and I threw my butt against a granite pillar, and I slid down onto my hops and buried my face into my turnout gear because I was really starting to have trouble breathing. It felt like I was in a bag of cement. That stuff was literally starting to clump up in me. I had no moisture, and I was literally eating it. So I dove into the store and I did a quick search on the first floor. There was nobody. I ran up the escalator, quick search on the second floor. There was nobody. I ran downstairs. I grabbed a thing of handkerchiefs to make a bandana of sorts so I could breathe. When I heard a mask going off, so I knew it was a fireman or somebody with clean air in the space. I made my way to that sound, and it was a man by the name of Billy Quick. He was a Rescue 4 fireman, captain of the FDNY football team. He was a mountain of a man, and he was busted up pretty good. So I tried to get him to come with me out the side door, through the lobby and out the side door to get down into the pit. And he needed to take a little bit of a break. I told him stay there, we'll come back later. I went out through the lobby, I see 2 firemen walking around an elevator bank. One guy's carrying, the other guy's got a compound fracture of his right leg. I don't know what other injuries he's had. He didn't have to tell me he had a compound fracture, I saw it. I didn't ask him what else was busted up or anything. I just scooped up the other side. He was in a lot of pain. He was begging me to get him an ambulance. Get me a bus, get me a bus. And I felt horrible having to tell him there wasn't a snowball's chance in hell that I was going to be able to get him a bus. Because everyone we had was crushed and burned. Every cop car, fire truck. We're going to have to carry us to the hospital. On the east side of Broadway, 8 to 10 blocks away. He wasn't happy about it. I wasn't happy about telling him. But my trucky brain, the wheels were still turning. I saw out of the corner of my eye, I saw a white pickup truck, Toyota, without a cap on it, in the middle of the street, perpendicular. I figured he saw the plane hit, jammed the brakes, went sideways, and bailed. And if he did that, he probably didn't have the whereabouts to take the keys, and I was right. The keys were in the truck. He was a commercial plumber. I threw all the shit onto the, I threw all the stuff onto the rig. Sorry, guys. And I threw the kid in the back of the truck. As I was about to get in the truck, I saw 3 more firemen coming up out of the dust towards me in the truck. 2 more firemen carrying a guy that was in shock and he was unresponsive. He was buried. Those 2 guys dug him out. They were taking him to the hospital. I threw him in the back of the truck. When I got down to the hospital, there were dozens of doctors and nurses and gurneys standing there doing nothing. And they were pissed off that they were doing nothing. So when they all rushed my truck, one of the doctors actually got mad that I only had 2 people. And he angrily looked at me and said, "Where's everybody else?" I didn't take offense to it because I understood. But in my mind I said, "What do you think, moron? I left people on a frickin' sidewalk and only brought you 2?" That's what I was thinking. But I had to tell him there was nobody else. There wasn't anybody else to bring to the hospital. I wound up seizing the engine in that little Toyota just looking for somebody else to take to the hospital. I never found anybody else to take to the hospital. I'm one of the lucky ones, guys. I was buried that morning. I'm here. But I'm honored to be here with you guys because it's you guys that actually helped me get through that immediate moment and the months after that, because I was digging till mid-April. I lost 50 friends in an hour, 343 brothers I worked with. I'm still here. I'm honored. You guys helped me get through that and do what I did because I would read those cards and letters you guys sent us. I read them, as many as I could. When I went in that big bubble to get a break and eat something, wash my eyeballs out, I would read those letters, and it helped me. And it's kind of ironic because I volunteered for this because it was coming here. If I was going to San Francisco, Miami, or Chicago, I might not have gone. But I wanted to come here because to me, this is America. This is why I do what I do.